Jimmy starts by filleting the gummy shark, cutting it into thin slices. Then he dips each piece into their homemade batter and drops it into the fryer.
Jimmy tells me these are the crunchiest fish and chips in all the land.
Next, Jimmy prepares the potato cakes, thin slices of potato coated in batter. Together with the French fries, he lowers it into the oil.
At last, we have our fish and also chips all together in one fryer.
Alongside the gummy shark, I'll also be trying their barramundi fish and chips.
All right, so right here we have our chips and potato cakes. He's gonna throw some into each of these boxes right here. He's gonna hit them with a little bit of salt, then the flake, hit that with even more salt, and a couple lemons on the side. Over here we have the barramundi that's just come out of the hot oil, and that's gonna get thrown on top of those chips. Hit it with a little bit of salt.
And that's how we make our fish and chips at Carlisle Seafoods.
All right, folks, meal 4 here in Australia. When I see fish and chips, I think this is like the ultimate comfort food. It's like, are you happy? Eat fish and chips. Are you sad? Eat fish and chips. Did you just gamble away your family's life savings? Eat fish and chips. Almost any scenario you can think of, fish and chips should follow.
Sponsored by Fish and Chips.
What's really interesting about eating this is they're using shark. I've eaten shark plenty of times before, but I've eaten it in dishes that were a little bit more rare. But here, what they call flake, it's what they're using all the time for fish and chips. Beyond that, it's also about this right here. These are big fat chips like I've seen in London. Let's give one of these chips a try. That's pretty good. This is the best version of British chips I've ever tried in my life. It's actually crunchy on the outside, and then it's like mashed potatoes on the inside. This is really impressive, but that is just our first potato option of 2. Right here, we have the potato cake. So it's essentially like a big flat French fry. Let's give it a try. Very cakey. It's almost like a gigantic steamy potato chip. It's got a ton of crunch on the outside. Then on the inside, it's so satisfyingly steamy. This is really excellent. All right, let's get to the reason we're here. The gummy shark. They say it lacks bones. It doesn't even have teeth. That sounds perfect. Oh my Lord, that looks nice. Let's go. I love how crunchy it is. So oily, so crunchy, so satisfying. The fish itself, it's not mushy, it is flaky. That said, he's really pushing the fact that kids like this because it's a very neutral taste. I gotta say, it's true. You can tell that the protein is there. You can taste that nice crunch, but the fish, no real flavor. So I wanna give it a bit of a dip in here. Let's give it a shot. I'm in love. It's so crunchy, and then it's the perfect vehicle for that tartar sauce. You put it all together, absolutely delicious. But then we have this. This is a fish known as a barramundi, a very common fish off the coast of Australia. The barramundi, he said, it's gonna have a lot more of a fishy flavor. It's gonna be a little bit more potent, but again, this is something you're not gonna find in the UK. When I was in London, you could get cod, halibut, and that was about it. If you're making fish and chips with a completely different fish, it's gonna be a completely different experience. So let's try it here with the barramundi. First of all, the shape of the fish is much different. It's very big and very wide. Let's give it a shot. This one, I gotta say, it's got a better bite. You can see, not mushy at all. It really can take some abuse. It's less flaky, it's more robust, and it's got a better bite to it. That said, if I had to pick a favorite, I would say I like this one because it doesn't have bones, but this one, the texture, the flavor, it hits different. I really like the barramundi. Now, the ultimate question is, who is doing fish and chips better, London or Melbourne? I gotta say, the scales are tipping towards Melbourne. Here, it's more crunchy, it's more flavorful, and it's an overall better experience. That said, we have one location remaining. Let's move. When I think Australian food, I don't typically think halal food, but at our 5th and final location, we are trying out just that. Behind me, Puran Kebabs, or should I say kebabs, because that's how people say it here, which is fun because it's distinctly wrong. Kebab. Here they've created a halal dish that is unique to Australia, and they call it the Halal Snack Pack. How does it work? What's inside of it? Well, let's go inside and find out. Boom! I am in the kitchen with the owner of Puran Kebab, Saeed.
Hi guys.
You originally, you're from Hyderabad?
Yeah, I'm from India, Hyderabad.
Meanwhile, this is like a Turkish kebab shop, and you are making Australian food.
Yes, I am.
I love it. This city's all over the place. First of all, let's talk about the Halal Snack Pack.
So this was invented in mid-2010. Some people say it was invented in Sydney and some people say it was invented in Melbourne. It's a fusion dish, Middle Eastern meat and then the fries.
What time of day are people eating this most?
So mostly after the night out, we got all the nightclubs and the stuff in here.
So after some very non-halal behavior, people want to have a halal snack pack. Is that right?
Yeah, you can say that, yeah.
It is time to try out the snack pack. Let's get to it.
We start by frying up a fresh batch of French fries. Then we move to the meat racks.
Wow. Look at this device.
He slices thin sheets of lamb and lays them on the flat top, letting them crisp up even more.
Oh, that is looking nice.
Next comes the chicken.
I was saying I could use that on my face, but actually I could use that on my stomach. Just a couple layers.
He chops the meat with a spatula, breaking them into smaller pieces and mixing the two together.
Chips are ready. They head into the stainless steel bowl. Then he hits it with some chicken salt. Boom. So that is going to go inside of our lunchbox here. And cheese is going on top of the French fries. Next, he piles on the meat. Wow, literally a mountain of meat.
And finish it all off with a shower of 3 sauces: garlic, chili, and barbecue.
Oofda. This is a sauce lover's dream.
That's how we make halal snack pack at Farhan Kebabs.
All right, folks, listen. By the end of this video, I'm going to be telling you which of these Australian foods should be exported to the USA. But first, we have a snack pack to eat, and this is my kind of snack pack. What's interesting about this is all the ingredients are familiar. It's all foods you've seen before, but just in a different shape. It's like I can taste it already. Let's try grabbing some French fries from that base layer. Oh, there it is. The cheese is indeed melty. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, French fries, incredible. Very good base. Beyond that, the cheese, gooey, melty, but already, even though I didn't really get meat in that bite, I'm tasting the juicy animal oils dripping down onto the fries. That's pretty good. Let's hunt around a little bit more here in the corner. Oh my gosh. A combination of chicken, lamb, fries, tons of sauce, and cheese. This may be the most flavorful bite I've had all day. Let's go for it. This thing is sauced to the gills. It is so full of flavor. It's hot, it's sour. Then there's the garlic, it's creamy. It's got a nice tang to it, but all of that sauce is on that juicy, succulent meat. Poutine, see your way to the door. You're no longer wanted, you're no longer needed. This is the new French fry-based drunk food in town. Halal Snack Pack doesn't judge when you drink a beer. It doesn't judge when you have a little bit of pork. Halal Snack Pack doesn't mind if you have premarital coitus. It's not telling anybody. As Australian folks might say, it mops up the slop. I've never heard that expression before, but it kind of makes sense. You know, with all the foods we tried today, I'm not surprised that this is a new, beloved, eagerly adopted creation here in Australia. People in Australia, they like to drink, they like to have a good time, they like to go to the pub. Back in the day, after drinking, folks were relegated to just getting meat pies from gas stations. But for about the past 15 years, this has been on the menu for Australians, and I can see why they absolutely love it. So that is our 5th and final food of the day. I came to Australia to mock these people, and by gosh, it didn't work out that well. It turned out a lot of what I tried today was pretty good. And in fact, I'm going to tell you which one food I think deserves to be exported to the USA immediately. If you've not been drinking, I think the Toasty is the perfect tasty treat that should be exported to the USA post-haste. Now I know you're gonna say, hey, we already have a melt, but no, Toasty is slightly different. But if you have been drinking, I'm gonna recommend the Halal Snack Pack. We have kebabs, but do we have the snack pack? We don't. And it's something we could desperately use in the USA. But that's just my opinion. I wanna know from you guys, of these 5 foods, which do you wish you could most try yourself? Let me know downstairs in the comments down below. And before we go, I wanna say a huge shout out and a thank you to Local Eats, the YouTube channel based right here in Melbourne. These guys are going all around the city trying Melbourne's greatest and foods from beyond too. Anyways guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. All right, that's good.